Hello and welcome to Pizza Records Live. I am your host, Daniel Tabor. This is my co-host, Devin Smock.
Yeah.
That's Spencer Earl Newman. He may not have an alter ego. I can't tell.
Or
He's
multiple.
kind of a gaslighter. Yeah, I'm gonna do golf clap. So later today we're going to have a debate panel.
Yeah.
But until then,
We can shelve that. I can see the writers didn't send out the memos this week on
what to
what
talk
we're
about.
going to talk about.
Because I was going to have us just talk about the jobs at the top, like usual, any kind of lifetime stuff.
Yeah.
Try to save a good chunk at the end for multiple Batman debates.
I have a little bit of a grind my gears thing again, which relates to my job. So, or one of the jobs I have, this job.
Mm-hmm.
So the same guy I had my grind my gears with a couple weeks ago, he comes in the store.
Yes.
Lately, he's been starting political arguments with my staff and other customers in here. So now, to the point where, like today, I walked in and that's going on, and they're yelling at each other, and I'm like, I'm about to yell at you both
Yeah.
and burn that bridge. So, what?
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Is it that guy that comes in and strikes up a conversation with you guys almost every day?
Yeah.
Doesn't buy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
Does
checking.
never buy anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Not that that's essential. It would be fine. Come hang out. That's why we have the video game thing.
Right. Don't be combative.
But here's my thing: is don't ask us to do things for you all the time. We're already pretty busy, and let's not do combative politics talk. So,
In a quiet record store.
yeah, yeah,
All kinds of like heated conversations happen where I work, but there's a Bluetooth speaker blasting music and we're all making tacos as fast as we can.
yeah.
Oh Christ. Okay.
Notes from
Yes.
staff.
Production notes. Very professional.
We're professional around here.
Professional production. Oh my Christ, there's a Brooke in the audience. He's eating and having a snack.
Yeah.
He's having some taco stuff, not the kinds I make though.
Wait a second.
Yeah, you can sit up here.
It's back there.
Oh wow. Okay.
I'm up here.
Well, things are good.
Cool. I just want to talk about Batman with everybody. That's all I want to do.
Okay.
That's it.
Well, it's more like we're gonna beat the hell out of Daniel over Batman. So,
Well, apparently everyone loves a certain soulless, gray, pussy Batman movie.
yeah.
Excuse me.
We can start it now, but we got some stuff we got to, he's going to throw.
We have some
Don't.
comedians that need to do
gonna-
their stuff.
We have some comedians that have to do some material before we destroy each other. I want to ask you about, this taco or burrito you're eating.
Looks
Cheesy
like a
bean rice burrito,
cheesy
right?
bean and rice.
Cheesy bean and rice, baby.
Oh, we both called it. Yeah.
With Diablo sauce.
Yeah.
Diablo
That's
sauce,
off the
nice.
budget menu.
Yep.
Best
Ooh.
$2 you
Did
can
you
spend in town.
Did you have them add the Diablo sauce? Or
No,
did you add it
I do
yourself?
have them add tortilla strips though, for a little crunch.
Oh,
You know, I don't know if you guys have ever tried it, but just add spicy ranch to anything.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
We
amazing.
discontinued our jalapeno ranch for seemingly no reason and upset everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why Taco Bell is better.
Start? Okay. Well, guys, unless anyone has a work gripe real quick.
Do you have a work gripe?
No, I like had a full day yesterday. It was like 7 to 5, but that's it.
That's it,
It was
it's
just
just
a
long.
long day.
Okay.
Sometimes that question puts people on the spot.
I also
in
don't want
different
to be
contexts.
specific about what I'm doing, so.
All right.
We are Jacksonville, Illinois' radio broadcast to the world, Elm City Radio. Welcome. It's the home of Big Eli, General Grierson, Governor Duncan, Illinois College, and more. Playing local flavors of music, broadcasting local news at some point, and keeping you up to date about the heart of West Central Illinois in Jacksonville. Stream us wherever you are. That's Elm City Radio, Jacksonville, Illinois' radio broadcast to the world.
Thank you, Reed,
Well done.
for the excellent insult and the great stand-up. Appreciate it.
Daniel, I think this guy would like to do stand up. I'll just let you know.
Yeah, I was
give him
gonna
a
bother Reed in the cut stool for just
Oh,
a
yeah,
second here. I legit fell for the phone bit. I thought you were going to just answer the phone. I was like, you can't get on to Devin.
Hello, is this Dumb Records? Devin's old and fat. I'll tell him.
Yeah.
It's also horrible because you're talking about going to another record store and spending all of your money.
Right? And I have never seen you in a pizza record shirt
the
either.
whole joke was based on just trying to troll me.
Yeah, that's exactly
Well,
right.
it worked. Good work.
Yeah.
Good job.
It's every time I see you, you're like, fuck Dumb Records.
I don't say that.
He never said
He doesn't say that. We're friends.
Oh,
we're friends.
No, actually, I modeled a lot of my stuff from them.
They're here.
Well,
Hey, what are we doing over here, huh?
Well, this part's not
Yeah.
into the podcast. So
Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
yeah.
Okay.
Alrighty, guys. Now we got a full panel. We got someone new.
I'm gonna go eat here.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Sit here.
I think that will come.
Give me my sunglasses. Give me my sunglasses back.
Come on.
No, they aren't.
They're mine.
They're not.
Junkyard Records.
Where the fuck are mine?
In your hand, dog.
No, there's another pair.
Oh.
Yeah, he's got
I
them
found
all
him.
over the place.
I found him.
Yeah.
Psycho.
Fucking accusatory.
I know.
We're gonna throw hands after this.
It's fine. I'm old and fat, so I shouldn't be worried.
Alrighty, ladies.
He's like
and
Homer
gentlemen,
Simpson,
someone
can
new
take
would
them
like to
punches.
do some stand-up comedy. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stage, Christopher. Hell yeah, Christopher.
Hey, boy.
I wasn't paying attention. It was just use this microphone right
Yeah,
Yeah.
as long as that light's green on there, you're good.
Oh, that light right there.
Yeah.
Yep.
See, this is the first time I've heard a wireless microphone. So we gotta do mic checks and everything. What's up? I'm Chris.
Hi.
How you doing?
What's up, man?
How you doing?
Spencer.
I can only do this once, or did I get another shot at this like later on? Cause I had some people that was coming.
Tonight,
Yeah, they like on the way.
they're on the way.
Yeah, I can spitball some stuff, man. That's fun. It's actually my first time being on stage somewhere, so let's have some fun though. I'm a mail carrier here in town. I don't know if anybody know that. This is not what I originally wanted to do, but I'm gonna talk about some things. Because being a mail carrier with anxiety is one of the craziest things ever, because you can literally walk into anxiety or have it all day, just while you walk in, and before you know it, you could be arguing with a baby, like one day I'm doing mail and, doing the house, and there's a 4-year-old on the porch, and I'm looking for dogs. You always have to check for dogs. I walk up, I do the mail, and the parent comes outside and says, hey, don't be bringing bills to my house. It's a mail carrier thing, like we get probably about 40 times a day, the bill joke, hey, no bills, take the bills with you. So just a normal day, I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, if you got any bills yesterday, I didn't bring them, handed the mail away, started to walk away. The baby said, yes, you did. I took offense to being accused of something. It's part of the anxiety where it's like, you always scared to be in trouble, or you scared to fail, and oh no, I didn't want to be accused of giving somebody no bills that wasn't theirs or anything. So I told this baby, no, I didn't. The baby looked at me and said, yes, you did. I saw you. I was playing right in that house over there. I was like, wait a second. What time was this yesterday? The baby said about 2:30. All right, that probably was me. But the baby, I was still upset at the baby. Like, I didn't see you. You saw me. You could have been a dog. They always say, you're looking for something, you know, if it's so close like this, you couldn't find it. You know, if it was a snake, it would have bit you. You know. So I told that baby, like, hey, you know, like, don't be watching me all the time. Somebody gotta be watching you. Was your parents out here? That baby said, no, I don't need my parent. That's my house right there. And I don't get bills. Baby had a mailbox on the house. I was not paying attention. Baby had a car behind the house. I was not paying attention. Baby came out with keys. You know what? I told this baby, you must have a job. The baby said no. See, this baby was unique because, like, it's a pretty big baby for being 4 years old. Like, when I say, like, a big baby, I mean, like, this baby intimidates other babies just by being in the daycare. Like, this was the Debo of babies, and I started to be afraid. So every time I did the mail, the baby got older. And soon, this baby was 9, 10 years old. I still do the mail over here and be on Dally, and I see this baby bigger now, and the baby know I'm that mail carrier that you can just take shit. Just Debo, give me your change. This baby come through, you better start hiding everything. You know, you better start hiding it. So before I knew it, I was every day betting this baby. Basketball one day, you know, football another day, you know, and I started to feel like I was working to pay this baby. I started to get a baby IOUs because I was running out of money. Like $50 a shot. And I started to think, like, where does baby get $50 from? Like, this baby got $50 from me. Yeah. Next summer I come around, baby got a brand new 4-wheeler. You know, he talking about he going out for the 6th grade basketball team. So start calling him baby. I'm like, bro, you still a big ass baby. I don't care what nobody say. You get that pacifier out your mouth and take that bottle out your pocket. But originally I came here to tell a story, and I'm gonna just tell it because, you know, if y'all recording everything, hey man, you know, I'm gonna just tell it. It's about when I found my angel, right? You know, I have anxiety. I always refer to my anxiety specifically as being the devil. You know, like I don't know, like I always have a way of explaining things or trying to find a way to get a message across. So it's not necessarily a joke, but you know, as long as you can follow me, we should be fine. Because with anxiety, I might dip off and thinking I'm fighting that baby again and get distracted. So put me back on track. So recently started a new chapter in my life, you know, and you got to think of life as your life as being being a book. Everybody starts a new chapter, you get a new job, that's a new chapter in your life. You know, you have a baby, that's a new chapter in your life. Everybody always talk about chapters, everybody always talk about being on the same page, but nobody ever talks about the book. I feel like, you know, when you're out here in life, it's a disservice to not let someone read your book. You know, it's like, you know, you give a person a page and, you know, you reading each chapter, you know, you might get to chapter 13, you might get to chapter 20 and find out, like, hey, this motherfucker's crazy. Like, this wasn't in the table of contents. You know, this wasn't, you know, in the first, second, or third paragraph, but I gotta get away from here. You gotta start your own chapter. You gotta, you know, start your own thing. So, and when I started my new chapter, I found out I had anxiety. And so, you know, my next chapter was fighting the anxiety, and I gave it, you know, a form as being the devil, which I shouldn't have did at that time. You know, you should rebuke those type of things, but that's a different story. So, you know, I felt like everybody always has an angel on one shoulder, a devil on the other shoulder. You know, 34 years old, my angel stopped showing up for work. She came a few times, you know, leg in a cast, you know, with a crutch, you know, but at that time in my life, I wasn't paying my mental health any like workman's compensation. You know, I was just to the next thing all the time. But I didn't know at that time I had anxiety. So the devil, he had me. You know, I couldn't shake him. You know, they used to have him shake. Couldn't shake him off or anything like that. So I did what I do best. You know, I started walking. You know, I'm a mail carrier, so, you know, that was the easiest thing to do, was to walk. You know, like, I just was, these boots get paid for walking. Like, honestly though, like, so I knew when I found my angel, I would know my angel when I saw her. You know, one thing about it, I didn't know I saw my angel a long time ago and was not paying attention. You know, so one thing about it, when you talk about your book and you looking for somebody, or, you know, you want what you want in life, that's all you know is what you want. You know, all you know is what you don't have. You know, and I needed an angel. I needed an angel to help me fight this devil of anxiety. I needed one so bad. The last angel just wasn't good enough. You know, I needed an angel that was equipped with the full armor of God, like the full armor of God. You know, not just a few pieces, the full armor. You know, so I looked. You know, I didn't know my angel was so close to me that all I had to do was walk a short distance. You know, so, you know, when I found that angel, you know, you think about the concept of time. You know, somebody reading your pages of your book, that takes time. That takes a while. You know, they might get bored in a certain chapter and say, let's stop.
This bullshit dribble that Daniel's gonna talk to me.
He's running away. He's got to get props.
Are
Absolutely.
you gonna just stand up?
No.
Alright.
Over it. I have this set memorized, which is in a dish. I'll do it again. I have one more before we go up. I'll do it there. All right. I thought he needed a beverage. I thought he needed more props.
No, I just needed more alcohol. Hear your bullshit.
Session. 5 minutes?
This is gonna be till about 7.
Yeah.
About
Gonzo, you doing time?
Oh, Gonzo.
Go ahead.
All right,
He
go for
keeps
it.
it short and sweet. Got Tyler Gonzo Scott.
Sorry.
You can turn that on.
Sorry, I'm late. I was doing fentanyl in my car and I lost track of time.
You look it.
Shout out to good moms, man. I got a pretty good mom. I'm lucky she didn't like Casey Anthony, you know, drown me in the tub, allegedly. I was a wild child. This one time I came out here to China King and they had one of them cats that like bobs its hand, and I thought it was the shit, so I grabbed it. I was probably like 6 at the time. This little guy, you know, and the old lady was like, "Hey, you need to put that back." So I grabbed it, I chucked it across the store, and this old Chinese lady grabbed me by my wrist and drugged me over my mom, and she said, "You beat him every day. You beat him every day." Well, needless to say, my mom didn't beat me, so that's why I turned out the way I am. That's all I got for you guys today. I just wanted to keep it simple.
Alrighty. Get in that Coke stool.
No, man, you gonna make me get the console? You asshole.
Oh my God. He's on
This
the
fucking thing's busted.
He is on fentanyl.
He's on the fentanyl. He's on the fent.
Gonzo, you have opinions on Batman, right?
I love the Dark Knight.
Okay, well, if you don't validate me, I'm gonna hit you
Heath
with.
Ledger version is the best.
Thank you. Okay, all right, you validated me already. But I just wanted.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
That's the conversation.
What's that?
Essentially, yeah.
Jim Carrey the
No.
Riddler, right?
Jim Carrey, the Riddler, yeah.
Yeah, very great
Christopher
villain. I'm
Nolan.
more of a villain guy than anything.
Yeah, you're just like a fan of
The three.
Villains.
Overall.
I don't know why. It's been that way forever. But Spider-Man is not
How
there.
about Danny DeVito as the Penguin?
Very cool.
I love that.
What am I doing? I don't
He's
need this.
conquering the cuck stool. He's taking the show away from me from the cuck stool. Talk about Spider-Man. I love Spider-Man. Get off that topic. We're not doing that.
Yeah, we're talking about Batman right here.
Talk about Tobey Maguire right now. I'll be pissed. All right.
The best Spider-Man.
Okay. I need a.
But you're a fan of the Nolan Batmans, right?
Let's just hear your opinion first.
It's Batman Begins.
Of all the Batman movies, I would
Yeah.
say that the one that was like the most fun and engaging on like itself, not like nostalgic, was the Robert Pattinson one for a few reasons.
Which one's that?
Robert Pattinson's
The
this is
Batman.
the
The
last
Batman.
one, The Batman.
Most recent.
Okay.
So I'll pick it as my favorite, even though I don't hate really a lot of them. My least favorite is probably Dark Knight Rises. I felt it dragged way too much in the end.
Your least favorite?
Yeah,
That's
really-
fair.
Yeah, dragged like Bane is playing and okay, but in
Yeah.
terms of
We
the
can be in
Batman,
agreement on
It's
that.
hard to follow up The Dark Knight.
I have an issue with Batman being as powerful as Superman all the time, which it's not that I want it to be like it doesn't make sense, like it's not as interesting to me.
Well, he's definitely not in the Nolan movies.
No, of course. So what I love about the Batman is that they openly say, without doing the thing, like they say, hey, this is a weaker, less experienced, angrier, slightly more violent Batman. And he still doesn't come off like a racist with a gun. They let him be Batman. He's a little
Yeah, yeah.
alternative and weird. He's a little violent. He's obsessive. And he's a good guy. He's trying to do the right thing. So that's my favorite one. And then we're not doing the debate yet. This is where you get your valediction. So we're going to go down. Which one's your favorite movie?
The Dark Knight, for
The
sure.
Dark Knight with
Oh, yeah.
the Heath Ledger Joker.
Oh, yeah.
Oh man. Okay, so like, my favorite for the first four is Batman Returns, 100%.
Hey, dude.
But with the Nolan
Can-
movies, of course, this is a Dark Knight.
Oh, yeah,
I mean,
you wanna get in on this.
You can't pick any other one out of that. But like, I do love Batman Begins. I love Batman Begins.
I
That's
like-
the suit I have at home.
Yeah, no,
Like,
Batman
like
suit?
I have the full suit. Like, by the way, you were talking trash about the fucking suit, and I was like, that's what really
I
pissed me
built my
off.
own suit.
I'm like,
How dare you.
excuse me? That's the coolest suit in the world, okay?
I would walk around in that. You're insulting what my
How
real
dare
suit
you?
is. I get that.
I want to know where Robin went. Where's Robin in this?
We don't care about
Robin's
Robin.
tough. The younger
yeah.
generation.
Holy
the
dick,
young
that was
they like
Batman.
him. Us, not so much.
I think
older,
they might bring him back in the James Gunn verse, maybe. Like, you
I
know.
like the James Gunn verse.
You don't like Chris O'Donnell?
His are so vivid.
Chris O'Donnell's sick.
Dude, you gotta admit that thing where he did the little thing and then yeah, dude, that was sick as fuck, dude. And then he like
The laundry kung fu? Yes! The laundry kung fu is iconic,
Which one's
dude.
your favorite of all the Batman movies?
Batman with
Real quick, between Returns
89.
and Dark Knight.
yeah 89.
Between Returns and Dark Knight,
Uh-huh.
if you had to pick, which one?
Oh, Batman Begins.
Oh,
you mean
overall? Oh, okay.
if it's Returns, it's Batman Forever, Batman and Robin, and then Batman Begins.
Yeah, Batman Forever.
Batman Begins is my favorite out of that.
I mean,
100%.
of all Batman movies, you gotta pick one.
Oh, of all Batman movies, fuck, man, I can't do that.
Fine, you'll pick Returns and Begins.
Okay, yeah, Returns and Begins.
Brooke, your favorite Batman movie?
It's Batman 89, 1989 Batman, Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton.
Yeah.
I get it. That's one of my favorite suits.
Yeah, and
One of the video games had it, and I was playing as all the suits, and I was like, this is the best looking.
ever.
Something about the size of the head.
It's a sick suit. I mean,
I like it.
if we're going Keaton, like I prefer the Return suit though. It's
Yeah.
it's like just a little
got
bit
those,
more
like,
refined.
robot-
It's
yeah.
very it's
Now-
very sleek.
Now, I don't know. I mean, Batman
I do
Forever,
love the Batman 89.
the Batman
suit.
Forever with the nips.
Oh,
Oh, dude.
Well, yeah. The
All right.
the
Solid.
Kilmer Panther suit is sick. The Kilmer Sonar suit is sick.
Yeah.
Devin?
I love all of Batman. Okay, so.
We could be a whole episode on Batman suits, dude.
Devin, your
I could
favorite
talk
Batman
about it for
film?
hours, buddy. I could talk about it for hours. 1989 suit is great. 2099?
Black one, that Batman suit.
My brother's favorite.
Yeah, it's pretty
You gotta
sweet.
go about that one.
Wait,
Yeah, I
which
like
one?
the Spider-Man 2099 too. It's pretty cool.
Look,
2099.
mechanical one.
Yeah. I know the Spider-Man.
That's a Tony Stark version.
What's your favorite movie?
2099 is
So
a
I'm
Marvel
Brave
thing.
in the bull suit or the gray brave in the bull suit?
Blue, I want the blue in there because he has to hang out the Justice League and go outside during the day so often. You need colors.
What is the Probably my favorite movie is Batman.
The best one is the
89. Yeah, I mean that's just the
89.
iconic like
Yeah.
redirection.
The-
Like
the-
66 to 89, like
Batmobile-
it just blows everybody's minds.
The
'cause
Bat-
it's so different.
The Batmobile is the best.
Batmobile's amazing.
Yeah, I like its weird condom sheath that it turns on.
No, one of my favorite nostalgia things, I think it's on the VHS of Batman, was the promos for Coca-Cola in a Visa
Oh, yeah.
in a Visa credit card. I never leave the Batcave without it. Or
Just
some
for
shit.
the taste of it, Diet Coke.
in the fucking Batmobile.
Listen, Bat nerds, can I explain?
I'm sorry.
Devin.
The Batmobile is by far the best in '89. And cool story. My college, one of my professors, he designed it.
Oh,
Yeah.
you were educated by the designer of the Batmobile.
Yeah.
No fucking way.
That's fucking
Yes,
dope.
fucking way.
You know the designer of the 89 Batmobile?
Yeah, well, it was 25 years ago.
Still 25 years ago. You know him?
You talked to him and everything?
What?
I had a conversation with him.
Oh, just a conversation. Okay. Pretty cool.
Anyway,
Reed. Favorite Batman film?
he's been alive for 5 years. So.
All right, bro. The Dark Knight.
The Dark Knight with Heath
Later,
Ledger.
boys. Thanks for having me out.
Gonzo, you're going to be represented by Reed. He has the favorite. He has the same nomination.
That part.
Fucking Dark Knight, dude.
All right, you got 89.
man. I
You
gotta
got
go. I got
Returns
work.
slash
All right, man.
Begins.
89 Batmobile is the
Slash
best.
a whole bunch.
That's
It's-
true.
You're
I just
89
love all the
as
Batman
well.
movies. Okay, I
89
can't really pick a
Batmobile is the
favorite.
best,
Yeah.
but the one in The Dark Knight is really cool,
Okay.
and that movie's fucking amazing.
I'm going to pit people against each other.
I don't think you are. I think you're gonna pit us against you.
No, that's the main event. There's a card.
All right.
There's some mid carders.
This is Battle Mania.
card.
Bat.
This is a debate
Mania.
mania.
Batmania. That's what this episode should be
Debate
called.
Batmania.
Batmania.
All right.
Okay,
Batmania
it's
debate.
official. It's Batmania.
We got two 89s.
Yeah.
Brooke,
Yeah.
what's your least favorite thing about the 89 movie?
Okay.
You had to fix it.
Hey.
I would say Alexander Knox for me.
If I had to fix anything,
If anybody knows what I'm talking about.
Is he the,
Like,
the journalist?
yes.
Yeah, because there's
He
Jack
takes
Ryder's
up way
a
too
journalist.
much of the movie.
Yeah. He has, the 80s had that, where there'd be a Bill Murray looking guy just hanging out. They did it in Hellboy too. He wasn't
Yeah,
funny.
just
but
cracking stupid fucking jokes. Like,
Yeah.
over
There's a
the whole
character in the
movie.
Batman mythos called Jack Ryder that's
Yeah.
like that. But Tim Burton hates Batman, so he just changed little things.
I wish. I mean, if I had to change something, maybe Michelle Pfeiffer's Catwoman could show a little bit more skin.
That's Returns.
Okay.
Oh, my bad, shit. Or hang on.
That's a good opinion, though. That's a good opinion.
He's like, no, stay with that.
But
like
I
that.
like the dominatrix act of it.
Dominatrix?
Dominatrix.
Yeah, you
outfit,
would.
Yeah,
You would.
You would.
yeah thanks.
Guy's got a Batman suit. That's crazy.
Yeah, I
What a
mean,
pervert.
yeah,
What a pervert.
I like the tight rubber.
Can I
What
shine
say?
you up? Yeah, when do I get to shine it up?
I like.
Do you oil it?
Oh, I have to,
said,
buddy, to
Yeah,
get
no doubt
into it.
about that. He locks himself in a box in a creepy antique store.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I would have worn my suit today, but I would have had to have gotten completely hairless
right.
in order
He
to.
would have had to look
Why not?
like
Why?
American
Just have the hair
Psycho with
sticking
the
out.
peeling.
Have you ever tried to
No,
put on a cowl with long hair?
I have not. I don't wear bat suits. So no.
Okay.
Loser! He doesn't even have a fucking bat suit.
What a fucking loser!
What does he spend
Do you have a bat suit?
Not yet.
Loser.
Help it.
He has it in the cart. He's like ready to buy it.
It's on the way.
Devin, if you could fix anything about the 89 Batman, is there anything that grinds your gears about the film? Or is it perfect?
Not really. I really think like it's Tim Burton in his finest moment because like there's a lot of shit I don't like of his.
Okay.
But like I love the Christmas scene in that is phenomenal.
Okay, so Spencer's seen all these. Reed, have you seen all the Batmans?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you sure you're not?
Yeah, I
thinking
just
of
need like a
Returns?
reminder of what they are.
Christopher Walken's from Returns.
Joker.
Yeah.
No. What?
But there's no Christmas scene.
Or Halloween, maybe, whatever it is. That's
Who's
parade.
Christopher Walken play?
Oh,
In
that's the
second
200th
of all them,
anniversary
the
of Gotham
second Tim
City.
Burton one
I'm sorry,
returns.
it's been a
He's
while.
Mayor
Yeah, I was just
I'm
letting you know.
sorry.
Just had to
Batman.
correct you.
Yeah, I'm gonna correct anyone who says anything wrong. Okay.
I'm doing it too. Hey,
I absolutely love the soundtrack to Batman too. Like, so Prince
Prince.
like, was the
Yeah.
Prince made the whole soundtrack besides like
The
Danny
damn
Elfman's like score, but
the
yeah.
score is amazing.
But Prince tracks throughout the movie, which honestly, I don't know. It kind of bugs me. That's one of the other things I'm kind of bothered by, honestly.
In
And,
what?
hey, don't look at me like
Like
that.
Prince? Like
Don't
what?
look at me like that. Some of those tracks kind of suck. Okay.
the Prince
Like
Batman
I
tracks.
love Prince.
Yeah.
Sitting there bebopping, showing shit on
But-
ratings.
Devin versus Spencer. Go! Prince tracks in Batman '89.
Have you listened to the whole Batman
Yeah, on the
Prince
record store, of
album?
course I
I'm
have.
assuming you have.
Probably been
Okay.
forced to. A few
They're
times.
not all great, are they?
Well, not all bangers, but I mean, it's Prince, man.
No,
That's-
I agree. It's Prince. I
fair
love
enough.
Prince. I'm just saying they probably could have cut some of those out.
I mean, all soundtracks have, it's like,
No, yeah. I think my problem with it
Even
is
the
it's
Freddy
just
versus
it's just
Jason
weird.
song.
Like every
Mostly
song
bangers, but
besides
Yeah.
Danny Elfman is like a Prince track,
I won. I got rid
and
of
they're
the
kind of
audience.
they kind of shoehorn them in there a little bit.
Stupid ass audience. We're gonna have to put up with that. Shit. Get out of here. I'm sick of it. We're gonna do it in the studio from now on.
Yes.
This fucking asshole over here
I know. I'm such
doesn't
a
let me
fucking
talk for
asshole.
20 minutes.
Why can't? How come every time a Christian gets
No,
up here, it's not
it's
reading?
partially.
10, 15 minutes.
I will
it's
take
not reading.
partially responsibility.
I-
He asked me about it, and I should have said, "Hey, dude, you got like 5 minutes, and then we do." But
Yeah, you got more
Yeah.
authority. You own the
We'll
place.
make sure
I
to
should've
like
said that. I got
make
his
clear,
Yeah, right.
like we
I
only
forgot to
give
tell
you
him.
5 minutes
That's
tops.
fine. It
That's
happens.
fine. Shit
But
happens.
once I said
I
we gotta
know,
bring
but
it
we
in,
want him back.
yeah,
Definitely, we want him back. It's
It'd
just
be
got to
fine,
be
yeah.
more concise because we're
Yeah.
doing a podcast.
It didn't
too.
feel like he was working towards a punchline.
Did I feel
He
like
was not, and he also would not have handled the cuck stool at all.
No,
how much
I
of
don't
this
think
are
so.
we
not if you
cutting
got
out?
mad over what you were doing.
No.
And his
Dude.
thing is like you gave him a warning.
I
Like,
felt
you
like
did
that baby.
I
I got
banged on
older
the
during
thing
that.
and did this.
I felt like that baby.
That was
I got
very
older
friendly
during
of
that.
you.
I
Like,
even said, I even said,
Like your age.
you know,
yeah.
Yeah.
This is not for pontificating for 20 minutes.
no.
Unless it's about
Angel
Batman.
and God.
Unless
That's
it's
for that
about
fucking
Batman.
shower.
Unless it's about Batman.
Unless
And
it's about
Prince.
Batman.
Unless
And
it's
right.
an actual Batman debate.
Hey, I like Prince too. Okay.
So we both love Prince. Okay, so that went fucking nowhere. I'm gonna say,
Christian Bale's awesome.
okay,
Fight.
Christian Bale is
It's
on.
He's hot.
It's fucking on.
Let's hear
Let's
your
talk
dumb
about your
argument.
dumb hang-ups about Christian
I have
Bale.
Stupid idea.
Yeah, about my
Okay.
the Batman.
Okay, let's
Fucking,
hear
I
it.
know vampires were fucking in this conversation.
Let's
Yeah.
hear it. Let's hear it.
Christian Bale does. I don't see a guy.
I have a response.
I don't see a guy.
Fucking Batman.
In his and here's the problem. Watch a Nolan movie. Watch any Nolan movie. Nolan
Yes.
has been noted to have the same problem as Stanley Kubrick. Oftentimes, his characters feel a bit robotic and not real.
I don't know who these fucking people are.
The directors.
But with Stanley Kubrick, you're witnessing genius.
Clockwork Orange.
Stanley
And with Christopher
Kubrick
Nolan-
is 2001: Space Odyssey.
God damn it.
You know.
I feel like a.
You're witnessing gimmicks.
That's,
like a
that's,
retard.
that's
I
your
changed the
that's your
aspect
role on
ratio
this
to
thing.
IMAX whenever
Like
it's
you're the
action.
guy that
And
Yeah,
I don't,
doesn't
for
know
sure.
shit.
Well, you know, like
I know shit. I have a
I
good
just
argument.
I mean about
appreciate
directors.
the
Yeah.
cinematic vision that those two directors have, like whether or not their characters are a little two-dimensional, not three-dimensional, but like
which two?
Kubrick and
Kubrick
Nolan.
Nolan. Thank you. Yeah, I was hoping you weren't.
So I can break down the.
Make sure you weren't
Kubrick
bringing up
and
a Batman
expose
director at
that
all.
there.
No,
I would
no,
like
no.
to say that the last time we had this conversation, you brought up that Christian Bale during the Batman movies made the fucking face the whole time.
Well,
No, he does that sometimes. He annoys me.
He does
did
that when he's Bruce Wayne in public.
right.
That's
And
it. I
it's
watched
his-
those movies
It's his
today.
smug
I
face.
I watched
watched
him
those
today.
today.
He pulls a face as Bruce Wayne.
He only pulls
Daniel,
those
he's
faces.
He's in Bruce Wayne character form.
I was
If
about to
he's-
say
if he's
that's
public,
his smug
if he's
face.
public Bruce Wayne, he does that face. Anywhere
alone,
else,
he does.
If he's with Alfred, if he's alone,
Okay.
if he's with Lucius,
Because I've seen him not do the face he's doing on purpose. I'll take that. He's doing the Clark Kent glasses.
He's doing
thing
a
with his
character on a character.
mouth. Okay,
Exactly.
He's doing the glasses thing with his fucking mouth.
He's
That's fine.
acting while acting. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You just have to.
It's so like you
I
wouldn't
accept
even
it.
understand.
Yeah.
Fucking Bruce Wayne's so deep you couldn't even fucking.
It's
It's
so
a
deep, bro.
four-dimensional
It's so
character,
deep.
you piece of
Like,
shit.
so
like
deep
40
and-
chess, that's
it's
fine. I accept it. He's pulling them out in certain scenes because
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go.
Uh-huh.
I'm not gonna watch them again to go
It's-
zoom to be like no because he did it. No,
He doesn't do it
Okay,
as Batman.
to be
he
fair,
doesn't
the
do it
cowl
around
is
people
a
who
little,
know
like,
he's
Yeah,
Batman.
the
pressurized,
cowl,
kind of-
I was going to argue that, but he's saying
kinda-
that when he's not in public but doesn't have the mask, he did not notice the Tom Holland frog mouth.
He's
Right.
a fucking normal
No,
person around Alfred and Lucius, and when he's alone, and when he's with
It's
Rachel.
his
He's a
smug
normal
billionaire
person.
playboy
He's playing.
character.
He's playing a smug billionaire because he's.
I get
That's
it. I get it.
the
That's
role.
fine. You win on that one.
Yeah, I fucking
1
bet.
point.
Yeah, we win.
On that one.
Yay.
Bale's performance is fine. Okay, here's my
Okay,
next problem.
not
That's
like
the whole-
fantastic, but okay.
That's the whole argument I planned for today because you said that last week. It wasn't.
And I have the problem with the whole fucking franchise, bro. Where we got a lot to go down.
Okay.
Problem number 2.
New problems.
In the first movie, they went so far to make it Gotham that there's an elevated train and there's a yellow tent on Vancouver. In the next 2 films, they filmed Vancouver. That is not Gotham.
False. They filmed mostly in Chicago.
Oh, it's Chicago.
100%. It was mostly in Chicago.
Mostly
Not
Chicago.
yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Chicago is also not Gotham.
Hey,
Okay,
but
what
it's
is Gotham?
Gotham's a
is
fictional city.
Gothic noir setting
Yeah.
that has gargoyles, intense industrial decay, lots of gaudy
Chicago has
advertising.
industrial decay.
Okay,
Not
alright.
visible on screen because I mistook it for fucking Vancouver.
So
I understand you think Gotham means like
So, like,
Gothic, but
Batman
it doesn't.
Forever?
Gotham
yes, it does.
is
No one has
fucking
Gothic
doesn't.
spires on his head because he's a ghost.
No. So like
Gotham
Batman and Robin.
City
So
is
like Batman
based
and
on
Robin.
New York.
To the camera.
Because
Gotham
that's
City-
it's the closest thing to a Gothic city we have, but it's not. It's still too young.
Not true.
It's
I'd say
almost
Chicago
young enough
is.
to be Gothic revivalism, but it's not. And it has multiple Catholic places where you may build a thing. Trade.
What problems do you have
Monuments.
with the set design or the design of the city? It's a modern city.
It's not.
kiss
It
already.
shouldn't be modern.
Jesus Christ.
The point
It's
of Gotham
partially
is
modern.
that it's older than America. It's a fictional
partially
city
modern.
built on a
They-
swamp.
That
It's not Batman. It's just a normal city.
false.
No, it's not. False.
So wait, hold on. So you're expecting them to just build an entire city set design?
Yeah.
Yes, I want them to spend the millions of dollars that Batman costs, that WB has, that they spent to just pay Chicago and Vancouver the taxes, rather than point and click. I don't mind if you. Mad Max did it. They made little CG rocks. Put CG Batman shit on the fucking screen of the Batman movie. What, bro?
So what movie?
So you just
portrayed
have a problem
Gotham
with plain skyscrapers. Is
closest-
what you're saying.
to your?
In terms of Gotham, I would give high marks to Schumacher for going the correct direction and erring in the side of not boring the piss out of me and making a normal movie that has nothing to do with the IP I paid money
So
to
is-
go see.
who-
But Tim Burton's Gothic noir setting where
Yeah.
it's Gothic noir.
Where was that?
I think Batman and Robin.
Batman 89 has another problem, and one of it is that they built a Gotham City set for both movies, but the problem is the set was very, very small. So that throughout the movie, you're seeing the same buildings over and over and over
But the
again
design was-
because
It's
because they
technology.
built a giant set, but it wasn't big enough because you can't build a fucking city.
Batman doesn't make sense, so I don't need that kind of continuity porn in my children's entertainment.
Okay, all right. You just want to see the Monarch Theater like 8 times in the same
No, I
movie.
would like to see a new design of the Monarch Theater if we're going to go back to Batman. I don't want to just see a building I don't care about that says Monarch on it. I'm like, oh, the reference. I want you to design it and pay a guy to go, this is what Bruce Wayne saw right before his parents died. This is the city he haunts as a ghost. He has Gothic
So I
spires
feel
on
like,
top.
Batman and Robin, with all the gangster neon colors and fucking.
He aired in the right air, in
Yeah.
the right direction, and I don't listen. That
Today,
dirty
Junior,
debate tactics.
that's
You know
not,
what?
that's legal.
Points deducted by any good college.
That's not very nice.
You weren't being nice. You almost called me an asshole. You know this show's about being nice.
You know what? You just haven't watched Batman Begins and The Dark Knight and The Dark Knight Rises hard enough.
I have
Exactly.
something.
Hard enough?
Try
hard
again.
enough. Hey,
Idiot.
I have something that frustrates me.
Go ahead. Thank
Stop showing his parents getting killed every movie.
you. Yeah.
For sure.
Can we all agree on
Oh,
that?
we can agree on
We
that
understand
100%.
why
We
Batman
need to
is
stop
Batman.
that right away.
Yeah.
It's
Okay,
like
if
every
you could,
time they
if you could have
We
it,
do that.
if you
We're gonna change it up. We're gonna do it differently.
if you could have it a less than 2-minute clip, do
Yeah.
it. It's got to be quick.
Like
Yeah.
every time they adapt Sherlock Holmes, there's like a 2-minute scene where he gets diagnosed with autism. Like we don't have to do this every time.
No.
He's visibly autistic.
We get it now.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that actually.
Well, it's like the whole character gimmick is like
Well,
he's, we
Visibly, yes,
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
right, but I didn't know that.
No, they don't do that back in the day because they didn't have autism back when he was
Yeah.
created. But that's what it would feel
This
like.
kid's weird.
If
Autism.
Sherlock Holmes had to get diagnosed with autism every time they adapted him, that's what it would feel like if Batman had to get his parents shot every single time we saw him.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like we get what he's up to. He's a
Right.
superhero.
Like
Their
you can
parents are dead.
allude to it, but don't.
They get shot.
Don't
He's
show
mad
it
about
again.
it. You know.
Especially if he has a very old
Yeah.
butler, but no parents in his childhood home. I
Yeah.
get what happened. They're not
Right.
around, and he's like 30 or 40.
Right. To be fair, really, the only person that did that again was Zack Snyder, like
Trying to retcon.
as an overcall, like you know. as
Okay.
a-
Now
as, like where
here's where we get into some debate territory to see where we are. Zack Snyder. How do we feel about his Batman? His
absolutely
Hold on.
piss
Really
poor
quick, really quick.
bullshit.
Really quick, they showed a clip of him falling in the Batcave. They didn't show a clip of his parents getting killed in The Dark Knight.
Oh yeah,
Series.
They didn't show him getting. Yeah, they didn't show them getting shot in The Dark Knight.
Exactly.
In Batman Begins, they did.
Yeah, they didn't. Batman Begins, but they didn't do it again for Dark Knight.
Right.
Just
Yeah.
making that point.
Yeah.
Well, it's the
How
same
do we-
can.
It's not every movie.
But-
Okay. I actually, no, Batman '89 they did do it.
Yep.
Batman Returns they didn't. Batman Forever they did.
Batman.
Batman and Robin they completely glazed over
Yeah,
it.
those
Didn't
two.
say anything about it.
Nothing. Because Robin's. No, never mind. Go ahead.
Yeah. And then Batman Begins they did again.
Yeah.
Batman,
Dark Knight.
or The Dark Knight and The Dark Knight Rises, no. Then Zack Snyder did it again,
Weren't there 3
and it was
movies in
completely unnecessary. And he
And then
had this
also
weird dream sequence where he was rising from a cave full of bats, and we were just, you know, it was the beginning of the movie, and we were just like,
Yeah.
really, we're
The-
doing
the
this again? Like
Zack
we're beginning
Snyder-
the movie with this?
The Zack Snyder cut is a lot better. That wasn't in the theaters.
They keep
Zack
saying
Snyder
that,
cut
but
of,
It is better.
of Batman versus Superman.
Or
The
No,
Batman.
the
You're talking about Justice League.
Justice
Yeah.
League.
Justice League.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, that one.
I mean,
That's true.
I
I
watched
couldn't
that
get
movie
through
twice,
it, but
and
I
wish I
just
fucking
hate
I'm not saying
that
it's great.
whole.
Yeah.
It's a lot better than
Too
the theater.
fucking long.
Yeah.
It was the same movie.
Yeah, it's the same movie. Yeah, I watched.
Batman
the
versus
Snyder-
Superman is
the-
trash, though.
Yeah. So, do we have any Snyder fans in terms of DC content, really?
No, Dawn,
No.
Dawn of
No.
the Dead remake.
Dawn of the Dead remakes
Zack
are
Snyder.
The first Wonder Woman
good.
was actually kind of decent.
It was decent. There was,
1984 sucked.
I didn't even watch it because it looked.
Oh, I
heard
didn't
it
watch
was-
that either. I saw bits and pieces. And I was like, this sucks.
How do we feel about James Gunn?
I like him. I mean, the Guardians of the Galaxy. He took like Marvel's
so
like
well
worst
with
property
Yeah.
and made it into a big ass hit. So
So I was
that's
telling
already
people-
like brownie points.
And he
You know.
comes from Trauma, making
Yeah.
a Toxic Avenger
Like
and all
his
that stuff.
cinematic
Yeah.
background is like
Super engine.
James Gunn's fucking cool.
He's the coolest.
Yeah. Big fan.
Yeah. People were
So excited about the Superman.
Yeah.
Yeah, people are trying to hate on it. Here's an opinion. I don't know how you guys feel
When
about
does
it.
that come out?
Huh?
Here's the summer, I think.
Hey,
Hey, go fuck.
losing. Go fuck yourself, Reed. You're on one tonight. You and Christopher. Hey. Henry Cavill is Superman. Losing Henry Cavill as Superman is akin to losing a pleasant brown paper bag. Am I wrong?
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah, no.
he's just standing there
Yeah.
while being a likable guy.
Yeah.
Right.
There's nothing,
Yeah.
he's not bringing anything. He and the guy he worked with brought fuck all.
I thought
Right.
it was a good.
To be
Superman
fair,
movie.
He's
under the
already
right
casted.
director, he would have been a sick Superman.
A better
But
director. but
like
he, didn't,
he just because he has a passion for nerdy things. Like
Yeah,
you know,
people
like
that.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that he's like a hot guy with nerd in it.
He appreciates hot guys.
Yeah, I appreciate hot guys.
It's one
that-
thing I know about Spencer.
I appreciate
hot
hot
Loves a hot
guys.
guy. Loves a hot guy. Loves some latex, right?
Yes, but it's
Wonder why I
even
love
better
that.
when they're actually like a fucking nerd and they're
They
like,
actually
"Oh
like
man, I love The Witcher. I played the shit out of those games, read the
Actually,
books and
that they
everything."
did.
And you know he's a
You
real
know-
nerd because he doesn't just stop at like Star Wars and superheroes. He's like Warhammer and making your own game
Yeah,
PC.
he's
You're
a
like, "Oh,
huge
yeah.
fucking
He's doing
nerd.
Shit women will leave.
I like that guy.
Yeah,
I really
he's got so
do.
much money.
But Zack Snyder, like he produces kind of shit movies most of the time.
Dawn of the Dead remake. That's the only thing he's got for me.
He
Yeah.
makes some suspicious movies.
Didn't he do?
Like his Watchmen was pretty good,
what I
but
was gonna-
like
It's okay.
it was okay. Yeah.
300 claims that the Spartans were a bunch of straight white guys that didn't fuck little boys and never had slaves, and that the Persians
It's a comic
they
book,
were.
Daniel.
a bunch of
comic
gay,
book.
a gay
Frank
You know,
Miller.
the
It's
thing that
also a
kind of
good
bothers
movie.
me
It's
about
a
his
good
adaptation
movie.
of that comic
It's
book
a good
is like
movie.
It's fun.
Go
he reduced
fuck
the
yourself.
armor and made them more like spray tan abs, like fucking in speedos and everything. It's not even like that in the comic book. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's like, why did you do that?
Does the comic claim that the Persians
you made it
owned slaves
less-
and that the Spartans didn't and also didn't touch boys? Is my-
Yeah, absolutely.
It does that shit?
I mean,
that's so
for
weird.
sure.
Why would it do that? It's so, why am I thinking
It's
about that?
not historically accurate whatsoever.
Yeah.
But
We gotta
he made
make
it
Persians
less
black
historically
pedophile.
accurate,
No,
which I
they're
just
black
think
and
is
gay.
crazy.
And all the other Greeks.
You know what I
pedophiles,
mean?
not Spartans.
You agree?
Whatever, man. I don't know.
You agree.
So many people turn their brains off once it gets interesting.
Devin agrees.
I don't know why we're checking out the second the big words come out, like slavery and gay and stuff. We're like, oh, boring.
Are you saying I'm checking out?
You're checking the fuck out.
I'm not checking out.
You're dismissive of this interesting.
Just not arguing about Persian slaves. Okay, what else we got?
The
All right, in
Spartans
terms
were
of
just
Batman-
hacking and slashing in speedos with no gay stuff. Okay.
Covered
No gay
favorite
stuff.
Batman.
Just
So favorite
over
villain
guitar riffs.
that Batman fights.
Best
I mean-
villain in Batman history.
Well,
I mean,
it's
it's
Heath
not
Ledger's
movies.
the Joker, of course.
No. Well, I mean, okay, yeah, I guess.
You can't deny that. Even
All right,
even
hold
if
on,
you
hold on,
did
hold on. Take the Joker out of it.
Yeah, take the Joker out of it.
Pick somebody else.
Danny DeVito's the Penguin.
No. What?
100%.
I prefer Farrell's Penguin. I get
fuck?
DeVito's Penguin
Yeah.
being like more accurate and he's like a freak. But I love
is that
Farrell's performance and makeup.
Oh, he's
Oh my
fantastic, dude.
Yeah,
I
I love
mean-
DeVito's Penguin. Yes.
I love the Jim Carrey,
Riddler.
Riddler, and Tommy Lee Two-Face.
I'm gonna be a cunt and say I prefer the new incel Riddler more, but I do like. I would have liked Jim Carrey as Joker.
You don't like
He's got
Arnold?
a darkness
You
to
don't
him.
like
You know,
Arnold?
I feel like Tommy
like what?
Lee
Arnold?
could have done a
Arnold?
better job.
No.
Yeah.
No.
What was
No.
the comedy
2000s,
for comedic reasons?
2000s or early 90s?
What killed the
Early
dinosaurs?
90s.
The Ice Age.
Batman.
Oh.
Batman Forever was 95.
Yeah, I think that's right.
I know it's right. Okay.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Batman and Robin 97.
That was. He sucks.
yeah.
Terrible. Why?
But Tommy
the
Lee,
one-liners, man.
Two-Face, like he could have done the dual personality better. You know, he
Yeah.
went full. He went full crazy, just like Jim Carrey did,
For
and
the
it was
sake.
just like
Okay.
I'm gonna go out of the movies just based on villain, right?
Oh, yeah?
Scarecrow. I know he's in the movies,
Scarecrow's awesome.
but he's not really prominent in the movies as he should be.
Yeah.
Scarecrow is my favorite
Okay.
Batman villain.
I did the like
Yeah.
Nolan. Scarecrow.
I'll be the only one on panel
Yeah.
brave enough to say this. I'm a pervert. Catwoman's my favorite.
Catwoman's the favorite one. Pfeiffer or
Both.
both.
I mean, even the whole
all-
universe,
all-
he's got
Pfeiffer
this
is
fucking
better than half the
sexual.
way
He has a
hands
sexual
down.
tension
All
with her
three.
throughout the entire universe.
My fucking shit, dude.
He has a sexual
give a
tension.
shit.
with
Got
her
a cat
throughout
ears
the
and
entire
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
Exactly.
I mean,
None of them
in
are
recent
ugly.
comics, he's been like he was getting married to Catwoman. Like they got a lot of sexual tension.
I'm fucking sick of all these goddamn dating comic books. Nightwing is just a whore in Bloodhaven. That's his
Yeah.
job now, is just fucking women in Bloodhaven.
Yeah, just fucking
And they're doing
Starfire
it
all the
with
time.
Batman, and it would work if Batman was like a deliberate incel for justice and was like, knock that fucking shit off, you're an idiot. It would work, but they're both whores. Why are they both whores?
I don't know.
Fucking
Well,
a kleptomaniac.
you know, to be fair, like I really don't like anything past 2010 as far as Batman comic books, besides some like off one-offs.
Yeah, right. When they give the cool guy one chance and then they go back to their weird corporate scam, or they don't give people
Like
enough time to
What was
make
the
it.
comic
the
where you
average
had the
DC Batman storylines, they're not great.
No, I tried getting into superhero comics and I was like, oh
Like-
my god.
Yeah.
For the
No,
most part, like
um,
there's certain ones where you're like, hey, they gave it to this one guy, and then.
But like I said, like up to like 2010, and then Batman kind of sucks for a while. I think it's getting better, but
there's
I don't really care for the Tom King Batman arcs. I don't know if anybody reads Batman comics, probably not.
not deep enough.
But
Hey, I've got a hot take.
Nope.
yeah. Hot
Catwoman, if she's ever going to actually do Catwoman stuff in the movie, will always be black from now on, because a white woman in pearls whipping thugs and gangsters away that may not be white does not look good. It'll always be a black lady.
Yeah, I really like the
Probably.
addition of making her black. I like Commissioner Gordon black. I like Batgirl black.
Now there is a pattern of targeting the gingers for this. There is a small pattern of the gingers getting it specifically, which
Getting
makes
what?
it being turned into a black character, which typically it needs to happen. Most of our IPs are from the 60s to 80s.
For sure,
Ton of white people.
we need to
They
adjust.
started targeting the gingers.
Which is
The
a
soulless.
minority group in themselves.
They're kind of a minority.
They get picked on.
Are,
They get picked on.
are you saying that
Yeah.
What's that
gingers
called?
are like getting in there, or
No, they're getting wiped. They're
they're getting wiped?
Yeah,
Like
they're
the
they're
Little
not
Mermaid.
turning just white people black.
The
They're
Little
going-
Mermaid.
They'll do it to the ones they think are ugly, like gingers. If they think it'll be hard to cast a pretty one, then don't go redhead. That one gets flipped. It's for aesthetic, and it's still ugly. It's but if you
What's going on back here?
trying to think of a question, if you could change up any of Batman's villains,
Exactly.
you got a problem.
Exactly. It's an anagram.
Yeah.
Brooke, you've been whispering.
Sit down.
No, you sit down.
What is ginger
I was
an
sitting down.
acronym for?
Anagram.
Oh my God, I know. They're doing it on purpose. These billionaires have these perverted beliefs they put in our media. They're saying they're both interchangeable. And
The Little Mermaid.
Little Mermaid. These gingers need representation in culture. All right, anyway.
I'm married to a ginger. She's all right.
I know.
She's all right.
You understand, when we make a movie about us doing all this stuff and making it, we're not going to cast her as a redhead.
No.
No. Anyway. Hey.
We're gonna get real crazy and we get like Mongolian woman or
Yeah,
something.
exactly. I'm sick of like Americans.
Let's fucking
getting
throw.
all
Let's
involved.
throw a curveball, a
All
knuckleball.
right. The Batman
Oh
villain.
yeah.
Yeah.
A curveball.
Fucking Mongolians.
I fucking love. I played that game, and I wanted to play as the Mongolians in the South Park game too, not just all the like Assassin's Creed and shit. It was like I want to play as that. Batman villains that you think you got a problem with, you want to fix up or change or help. Weak Batman villains need just a little help.
I mean,
Mr. Freeze from the
I think it needs to be a new one.
second.
Just in terms of the
90s
movie, you think,
movie.
Yeah, you need.
He was too
a new one.
cartoony. He was
That
a
would
fucking-
actually be.
and it's Arnold Schwarzenegger that.
It was a joke.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's good in a comedic way.
Yeah.
But not good in any other way. Yeah.
That's the fourth movie.
I
by the
will.
way.
I like that. I like that
Just
movie.
letting everybody know. I have to correct
Whatever.
you.
My bad. My bad.
Okay, all right.
My bad.
I have to.
How about just in terms of
The Bat Riddler.
The Bat Riddler.
which one's the Bad Riddler?
This guy.
He's the bad Riddler. He's got no riddles.
Sorry, I'm the Batman historian
The
Nazi.
back corrector.
Yeah.
The back corrector.
The back corrector. The back corrector.
Yes.
What time are we at?
Let's keep
7.
going.
7:07.
We'll go another 15, fine, I don't care.
All right.
All right, so in terms of Batman,
Go
does
ahead.
anyone have a topic in terms of Batman? Because I've tried to get some arguments on the panel going. Any hot takes you guys got about any of those movies or even the IP itself?
Nope, I'm content, you know?
I'm very ready for them to like make an alternate Batman movie. Like, I was just reading like a future Batman where it's Lucius Fox's son, and that would be cool, like a black Batman, and then also Batman Beyond. I've been waiting for that shit. Like they need to. I would really love.
this in for you.
Oh, thank you. I would really love for them to take the
Bother me too.
89 universe and turn that Batman Beyond. Get Michael Keaton back
Yeah.
and give him a true send-off that was not the
That
bullshit
horrible
from The Flash.
Yeah.
It was still
I love
awesome
that
to see
movie.
it.
That was a
Yeah,
good movie.
it was a cool,
still
like,
liked it.
it
That
was
was a good
exciting,
fucking
but
movie.
at the
We had a
same
great
time,
time.
like, nobody wanted to see it because Ezra Miller's bullshit.
Yeah.
And then,
poisoned.
yeah. No,
I feel
it's
like
just
that was the only like Ezra Miller as the
And then
Flash that was
that
good.
that Batgirl movie got canned after it was made, which is crazy.
Which one?
We're
The Batgirl
right now.
movie.
You're on the
There was going to be a Batgirl
Hey,
movie.
everybody
With
talk to
Michael
Michael
Keaton.
Kyle.
Michael Kyle.
Hey, it's Michael.
What's your favorite Batman movie?
I've never been on a TV show before.
Who calls during the podcast?
What's your
Cheating
favorite
assholes.
Batman movie?
Your beloved sound guy, that's who.
Yeah.
What's your favorite Batman movie, motherfucker?
Answer it.
The one where Arnold Schwarzenegger is Mr. Freeze.
Batman and Robin.
You're the worst fucking panelist we've ever had on this show.
That
Shut
would
up.
be Batman and Robin, 1997.
Dude, that's awesome.
You suck.
We all vehemently disagree, but that's still awesome to throw that one out there.
Dinosaurs.
The
Ice Age.
disagree. It's okay
Fuck him.
to be wrong once in a while.
Yeah, it's
Hey,
fine.
you know what? That's a valid answer. Any Batman movie is a valid answer in my opinion.
That's fine.
He has latex at his house.
Yeah. He has, we figured out Spencer has actual latex and bad outfits. and
It's
stuff.
actually urethane. It's made of urethane rubber.
Semantics.
Oh, for crying out loud. Just in a drive-thru.
Okay.
And I'm in Jacksonville, so,
Okay.
I mean, yeah.
We'll see you in a minute. All right, bro. See ya.
Bye.
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 Okay.
Okay.
Good.
So,
Any Batman hot takes amongst our four panelists?
No,
I'm
do
interested to
agree
see
with
where
that.
they go. Like, aren't they? They're doing another Patterson.
Pattinson, they're
Yeah.
doing at least one more
Hopefully,
Pattinson.
they've been talking
Pattinson.
about canceling it, which I am really afraid because I really want it to be a
Edward
trilogy.
Cullen from Twilight is the new Batman.
Because I really like that version of Batman as well. I mean, I like every version of Batman. Everybody knows that.
You
But-
made that clear.
Yeah, thank
tonight.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're Batman.
But
Now, no, hang on.
Hey!
fucking watch
hey,
it.
Let's bring
I'm
Batman.
armed.
Hey, hang on.
Fucking
armed.
voice!
My favorite.
Defend the voice!
My
Defend his voice!
okay. Okay.
It's really good.
It's good.
Are you doing the Peter Holmes? The Peter Holmes? Are we doing Batman? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah.
We're just trying to find his voice.
That different.
Where are the drugs? Where are the drugs going?
Where are the drugs going? It's not good.
Well, the drugs going. Hey, where are the drugs going?
I like when he does Malkovich. Where were the drugs going, motherfucker? Tell me,
Where?
motherfucker.
Where
Where were the fucking drugs
going?
going?
Where
Where were the drugs
going?
going?
Going.
Whoa. Who should play Batman next?
Peter
Oh.
Daniel Tabor.
No.
I've
Actually-
been trying to
Wait.
get my Kevin Conroy down. It's very
Brooke.
difficult.
Defend the
My
voice.
parents are already dead.
Yeah, I mean, if you're
My
talking
parents are
like,
dead.
why? Because it's like that superhero, that little niche thing. Like, what was created first, Batman or Superman?
Say what?
Who was created
Superman.
first, Batman or Superman?
Superman.
Oh, Superman.
Superman.
Yeah.
So
Superman's like 35 and Batman's like 40 or
No,
39
it would have had to
or
have been earlier because Batman was 39.
41. Batman's 39, so Superman's still
So
about
that's what I mean.
35,
So then, like, well, we
Something
need
like that,
something
yeah.
to differentiate. You know what I mean? So, like, Superman already has the fucking curly Q hair and the glasses. What can we do? And you're like, all right, well, let's do let's do the voice, you know, and Rich AF, you know.
What are you talking about? The voice? No, the voice. The Bale's the only voice.
The what?
Christian Bale voice.
What about
In
it?
the comics, it's actually very often referred to as a gravelly voice.
Gravelly.
Like, yeah.
Actually, in the
Like-
comics,
Yeah, what you must have read in the fucking comic book.
About Kevin Conroy.
oh, he's good.
Good.
Yeah.
So he does that, and the
He
way he
has a
does
great,
that-
like,
How is
you know,
this okay
just-
for the people of Gotham?
one,
soft Bruce
like in the
Wayne,
90s
and then just a slightly
I
darker,
watched
little bit more of
Yeah.
a timbre to his.
Are you talking like you like
His
a
Batman
Harvey
voice.
Dent Bruce Wayne?
What?
Like a well-spoken? Is that what you're saying?
No. Okay, so here's my impression of Kevin Conroy, because that's the point for me internally at the end of the day.
Okay.
To do impressions?
Yeah, just to do an impression.
Any
like
reason
Bert.
to do an impression?
I'm a parrot and I have to make noises. I
Yeah.
don't get to. It'll hit
Go
me.
for it.
Okay, make noises.
So, as Bruce Wayne, he's like, "How is this okay for the people of Gotham?" That's as close as I can get.
That's
But then-
pretty close.
But then once he gets to Batman, he's like, "My parents are already dead. How could
Yeah.
you possibly defeat me?"
Yeah.
Like, you know,
Oh,
he's got
very.
a different voice,
Yeah.
but he's not doing this. Like, don't fucking go crazy. 'cause,
I
I'm
mean, you
distracted
did a
laughing.
great impression, but I do not like that. Like, you know what I
You
mean?
don't like it.
No, I don't.
Okay. Well, that's
Do
fair.
you know who you're dealing? It's very cringe. Do you know who you're dealing with? Criminal?
He has a naturally deep voice. I'm having to pull it more because I don't.
Is
I'm
that
not
right?
40 yet.
That's right, Daniel Tabor.
He doesn't
That's
understand
right.
that your voice plummets in your 40s and then you're the best
very-
at performance.
Yeah. I think
Your testicles drop and
Christian
your,
Bale's Batman,
your Batman
is
voice
just,
comes.
is just taking the voice disguise a little bit more seriously, especially when he's talking to people that might know what Bruce Wayne sounds like.
Yeah.
that defines me.
Hey, that sounded sick. That was pretty good. I like that.
Let's just animate one. And
Yeah, that's
we'll
what
have
I
Daniel
wanted.
do the voice. He can do it the right way.
Yeah, I can fix any problems we have with any of the performance.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Coming soon.
Okay, so
Batman.
legit, a new gimmick that's coming.
Batman.
There will be audio dramas, and I will hand you scripts. I just have to get into that room. And
I could do some stuff. Dude.
Yeah.
hell yeah, audio dramas.
If anybody's writing the script, it
Can I
will
be
be me.
Catwoman?
Yeah, you can be Catwoman. But of course,
I'm gonna
I
make
have to
her.
be Bruce Wayne.
I'm gonna make her sexy as hell.
Yeah. Any impressions you guys got?
I don't do impressions,
Panel?
man.
Any?
No.
What about a
Why are you on
Joker?
panel?
Anyone on the panel want to do their best
question.
Joker impression?
I do a really good
Hold
Joker
on.
impression. Heath Ledger Joker impression. In a YouTube video. I'm not gonna do it right now.
I will say, hold on, real quick. I have a hot take on Batman.
Do it.
Okay, and this goes kind of into your arguments, but I'm not taking his side. But I will say, when The Dark Knight
His
came
side's
out
fine.
and it got so fucking popular, and all of these douches had fucking Joker shirts and like,
Oh,
ha ha ha, with the fucking,
Yeah,
and they
that
were
wasn't
selling the
me.
shirts in Walmart.
That
and
isn't. They
no,
still
something
do that.
very problematic about
They
Heath
still do
Ledger's
that.
Joker.
It's terrible.
It was like Sons of Anarchy at that same time. It was all like Sons of Anarchy and fucking
Yeah.
Joker shirts.
Yeah, it was an incel mascot, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But
This poor guy-
and which
Not
Heath
saying
Ledger,
it was
I'm sure,
bad.
didn't intend that. But
That's why he
Poor
committed
fucker
suicide.
died
Yeah.
before he could like change the context of the guy behind it.
It's like, I
Right.
just
They're
can't
not gonna
stand
look
all
into
this
it.
money I'm
Go
making.
on, they're gonna be like, these guys are losers.
right,
So-
yeah,
So yeah, they get to do whatever they want. The characters, it's the character's bitter and ugly. It's their character now.
right, yeah.
I have to say, I
But they
love,
did the same thing with fucking what's his name? The guy who did the Joker movie.
Oh yeah.
Joaquin Phoenix.
Joker, yeah.
Yes. I don't know why I blanked
We didn't
on
even
that,
we didn't even touch on that, and let's not consider the sequel. But like, that's
Yeah.
a great fucking.
It's
but
good.
great film.
If you talk about it as a cinematic film,
It was
Yeah.
very good.
It's
I like
very
the TV
watchable.
show.
It's very fun. I think it's very Scorsese-y with
Yeah.
Scorsese producing it.
yeah.
So like,
Taxi
at least
Driver.
They did that. Yeah, they
It's
did
very
it.
much based on Taxi Driver
Yeah.
also.
But part of me is like, why?
Yeah, for sure.
Where's Batman?
What's your favorite Batman movie?
Yeah. Shoot.
Okay.
Good answer.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of Myrma Corno?
Who the fuck?
Good.
I don't know. I
What
did
about
like.
Isadora Moon?
I would like to see. Oh,
Good. Those are dog shit. I keep getting ads for that on Max for no reason.
I'd like to see more Poison Ivy Bane combos.
Those
For
cartoons
sure.
Yeah. Uma Thurman
I
was
would
a
like to
great
see-
Poison Ivy.
Yeah, I would say
I've
good
heard
Yeah.
buzz about a
Yes.
Deathstroke Bane movie, and I would really be
I would
into
love
that.
it, yeah.
I would really like to see the Venom Bane, but not retarded, like in Batman and Robin.
Yeah.
I was stoked to see a green.
Excuse me, I didn't mean to say the R word.
It
Yeah,
happens.
you better fucking watch your mouth.
We all grew up using
It'll
it.
just
in
be
the
on
way
YouTube
we
Ginger.
did it.
Yeah.
I got stoked during the Batman when he took green juice. Now they're still not letting things be fictional, which I don't like. Everything's still grounded. I'm getting annoyed. But
Yeah.
He brought the
Unfortunately,
green-
Batman Begins kind of started that trend, but
yeah,
Like-
I mean it was right for the time,
yeah, it was.
but I had problems with Nolan because like with Dark Knight, I'm like, why is he?
Quit fucking shit talking Nolan.
No, he's got a Nerf batarang. Nolan, in Dark Knight, Batman does the Patriot Act and is Bush, and he does advanced interrogation techniques, and it's very like Iraq coded. And
Hold on, what are you talking about?
In Dark Knight, he uses cell phone surveillance just after
Oh,
he did that
yeah.
to take all the citizens' data so that he can figure out where terrorists are. And
Right.
once he finds them,
But he has a
takes-
moral.
He realized the error of his ways
He also
by the
shuts
end of
it
the
off.
movie, and he told Lucius Fox to type his name in, and then it like
Did its
Yeah.
thing.
it broke it. You know, like
Can
he
we
was
talk
like,
about the
he was like,
gadgets in
"You're
that
right,
movie?"
but we got to catch
Gadgets
the
are
Joker
pretty
tonight."
Yeah.
Gadgets, dude.
Dope gadgets.
So
And
he can get out in the week.
The Batmobile is cool. I don't
Right.
care.
It is.
That didn't happen though.
89's cooler.
He's
89's
still
the
in
best
prison.
one.
I prefer ones that
But-
aren't tanks, and I got annoyed because he drives over two cop cars that seemingly have cops in them. At one point, I'm like, "What the fuck?"
He just
And it was
killed two
in the
police
Nolan
officers.
one. But
Yeah, they just kind of conveniently survived, but
things. Yeah, it's like
You
the
know,
video games. Like, you can do whatever you want to those guys, and like they're unconscious now. Like,
yeah.
Yeah, see?
yeah, he's sleeping.
He's asleep. There's a Pete Holmes about that one too. Like he throws a batarang and somebody said he's sleeping. He's sleeping.
It's so
He went to a fight. But yeah.
Listen, listen. I had to work a shift before this, and
Oh, that's.
I can't.
Oh.
I know it.
Oh, man.
Oh.
Oh yeah. I had to work today too, dude.
I gotta create all the topics in my head as we go. We run through. Even if I write them, we run through them in 5 minutes.
I'll be
Pop
better.
Tart, take it.
Take this too.
Dang.
I blocked it at least.
Sticks in his hand, blood just starts.
Are you gonna block the next one though?
Hit.
I got 3 more.
I'll say, who's a dream casting situation for a Batman IP you've been waiting for? Is someone that you think would just nail something, they haven't done it? How about Willem Dafoe? He could be placed in a couple spots.
Christopher
For
Walken.
sure. I mean,
Not Batman.
he could be
Not
any
as Batman.
villain.
I mean as any of the characters,
I
even
would be
Batman.
about
I
it
don't know if I would
for any
Um,
villain, just because he's such a great
He's
actor.
Spider-Man.
Mad Men guy.
John Hamm.
Yeah, John Hamm.
They wanted him
He
to
would
play
Might be a little old now. but-
Like he would be like at look wise.
He is.
He's a cool
Fun
Batman.
fact: they wanted him to play Thomas Wayne, I think for Snyder or something. But
Yeah,
he
yeah.
refuses to do any superhero contract stuff. He won't. Do it. He won't touch it.
The guy who played Negan, who like did it after that.
Yeah.
He would be a cool Batman too. I would really like to see him as the
But Glenn.
alternate universe
Yen.
Thomas Wayne Batman.
Batman.
I think
Yeah.
that would be sick.
yeah.
Here's a big one
Sure,
for me.
I'm
before we got Schumacher, and this is my only real gripe with Schumacher.
Where is she?
Here's what they were considering. And I think they were considering it around Burton as well. Around Schumacher-Burton time, there was another name in the run to make these Batman movies, and he ended up making a different movie instead with Liam Neeson. But Sam Raimi was in the running whole time to make a fucking Batman movie. And who do you think is Batman?
My God.
Bruce Campbell.
Batman. Bruce Campbell,
Bruce
the fucking chick,
Campbell,
black
dude.
hair, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Just give him blue eye contact.
Shit, man.
He's an Evil Dead.
Can you imagine?
It's somewhere in an
Bruce
alternate
Campbell
universe
Batman.
has a Sam Raimi directed
Who's
Bruce
Bruce
Campbell
Campbell's Bruce Wayne
Batman,
in real
and
life
that
in
would have
terms
been
of his face.
sick as
Okay.
He's
hell.
the most Bruce guy.
Oh, he's the one that
that's
stops
Bruce
Tobey
ever.
Maguire in every Spider-Man movie and bullies him.
Okay, there's people that do
Yeah.
that. There's
Billy D.
No,
Williams
each one is a
got
different
robbed
guy, being a complete
as
cunt.
Two-Face.
stops
Like, he
him at
definitely
places he
should
goes, "No,
have
you
been
can't do that,
Two-Face
you're a
in Batman Forever.
That guy, when he was younger,
I will die on
there
that
he
hill.
is. That guy would have been the best Batman.
He's one of my favorite humans in the world.
I don't
At
know
least he
anything about
got
this
to
guy.
reprise his role
Oh, yeah,
in
look
Lego
at him being a
Batman,
fucking-
but
that's one of his best movies.
I don't know a goddamn thing about this.
So young, such a baby.
Hey,
Not a real American,
but
didn't
listen,
experience 9/11.
that's your role, dude. And then you can learn stuff too.
Yeah.
You're
Well,
learning.
hey, if you want to
You're
watch
learning
Evil Dead movies, me and Devin are more than happy to come
Yeah.
up here and watch
Well,
Evil
just-
Dead movies multiple fucking times.
oh
watch
yeah,
it.
buddy.
I'm sure Spencer is too.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love Evil Dead.
We'll just take 6 hours and watch all 3.
Now, who do you want? Name some actors that you would want in Bruce Campbell's Sam Raimi Batman movies, real quick. And for you, just any '80s actor you can name that you think should have been in some Batman movies.
80s actor.
Tom Cruise would be fun.
Yeah, he could have been a Harvey Dent.
Oh yeah, he could have been a Harvey
I always
Dent.
want to cast him as a president. I think he should be a slimy but really charismatic, clean president.
For sure.
Like an Obama, but
Yeah,
extra
like
evil.
have you ever read like the actual Dark Knight Returns?
Yeah, I know the story. And
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Reagan.
Like he could be like a slimy Reagan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's how I see Cruz. So he could be like if you had Harvey Dent be a little bit more gray before he goes crazy. You're like, he's a little.
You know what? If you made him bald, he could be a Lex Luthor.
He could be a Lex Luthor. It would make sense that he has to get in that giant purple and green suit all the time because he's a little guy. He doesn't want to
He's
stand
a
up.
little guy.
He's got to walk up to Henry Cavill.
He's got to wear his robotic purple and green suit.
You guys didn't bring my Apple box.
Dude, I don't even know if I know any 80s actors and actors.
Baby!
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
You know what?
Yeah, but I don't want him in any more Batman movies.
Fucking Nicolas Cage belongs in a Batman movie.
Yes,
I don't
he does.
know why he hasn't been in one.
Hey, do you know who's underrated and gets he gets turned into a weak pervert with no plans all the time, and I hate it. He's a perfect Batman villain. Mad Hatter. I think Nicolas Cage as a Mad Hatter guy that knows chemistry enough to mind control people and wants to turn Gotham into Wonderland.
That'd be sick.
He's the ultimate
Throw a hoodie
Batman
on.
villain because all the Batman
Throw a hoodie
villains.
Who's the one that was,
Throw a hoodie
he's like a psychiatrist.
Yeah, where's all your
at Arkham.
shirts?
Scarecrow?
No, the other one. There's 2 of them.
There's a few of them. Hugo Strange.
Yeah.
Dr. Hugo Strange would be a good one.
I think
I think we're
For
about
Nicolas
done.
Cage.
Nicolas
We're
Cage is
about
Strange.
done.
Yeah.
For Hugo Strange, I would have loved Malkovich again. I would have loved. I like a little short weirdo for Hugo Strange.
For sure.
A short weirdo. Nicolas Cage, I would love for him to be Mad Hatter. Because also, if he ever wore the bunny ears, that would look perfect on an '80s Nicolas Cage. If he ever did that, yeah, that would be perfect.
Yeah.
Other '80s actors, Stallone. Where would you put Stallone in a Batman movie?
An
If he's
extra.
not Batman?
Hey, he could be
Extra.
Mr. Freeze.
He could be
Might
a
as well try.
fucking extra.
Try it.
No.
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 I mean,
God,
if
God.
Schwarzenegger can play him, sure, why not? You know?
Right. Mr.
Adrian, it's Ice Age. Shut the fuck up. That is the worst idea I've ever heard of.
God damn it!
All right. He could be. He
No.
could be.
Donald Sutherland is
Got
Mr.
it.
Freeze in the '80s.
Yeah. Cool.
Who's that?
Oh, you know who he could be?
He was the president in the Hunger Games. When he was
Oh,
younger.
yeah. Okay. That would be
Deathstroke.
good. Deathstroke.
For Stallone. I feel like Deathstroke could be a good one for Stallone for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, kind of because
I could
of
see
the
that.
Expendable movies.
A cocky.
I guess.
Deadshot was what I was thinking of.
Problem is the other people that I'm thinking of like have already been cast in similar roles,
Right.
like Ryan Reynolds or John Bernthal. Like they're already in those type
Yeah.
of roles.
I'm thinking of 80s guys right now.
Oh, I got off subject, but
Yeah, someone Sam Raimi would use in his movies, aside from Batman.
yeah, Robert Englund, Freddy.
What would he be?
He could be the butler. Could be an
Oh, yeah, he
odd
could-
butler, like a dark butler.
Yeah, he could be Alfred. He could be Clayface.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to think of some more interesting. Okay, Ra's al Ghul is a tough one because they always try to do something with him that he's not an immortal guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hugh Jackman
Jackman
as
Would-
Ra's al Ghul.
As Ra's al Ghul.
I would really like to see a person
No?
of color
I'd like
play
Hell yeah.
Sure.
Ra's al Ghul.
As
Just because, just Rachel Ghul.
On Gotham, the guy who played Jimmy Bashir on Star Trek Deep Space Nine played Ra's al Ghul.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he was a good Ra's al Ghul. I really hate Gotham, like just because the writing's kind of bad. I don't know if everybody else agrees, but
Never looked like it was good to me. I saw
no, it's
things
pretty
that-
bad. But some of the
Entering
casting
Michael
choices
Kyle.
weren't bad. That one was a good one.
By a few minutes for Michael Kyle.
Yeah.
This will be a longer one.
Yeah, it's fine.
There we go.
Michael Kyle, favorite Batman movie you said was Batman and Robin.
I guess so. Yeah.
All right, I do love that soundtrack.
Oh.
Don't-
Batman Forever and Batman and Robin
reason-
were sick
you-
soundtracks. They
your
kind of
reason-
leaned into that like '90s thing where they were just like,
Your reason for that being
yeah,
your
let's
favorite
get all the
cannot be
pop
Arnold
artists
Schwarzenegger.
into
Oh,
this.
I
Nah,
spoke about
childhood
this before, but
nostalgia.
Yeah, the soundtrack as well. It was like huge.
This episode is gonna suck.
Yeah, this first half we had people just talking.
Yeah.
Just talking, finally they fucked off, and then we didn't have any arguments.
And now the audience is just children.
Yelling
Yeah.
at each other.
Yeah.
Michael.
It's alright.
I disagree. I think this episode's going to be awesome. Everybody's going to like it. Yeah. Don't you think? You like it, don't you?
Think?
I think you like it.
All right. In terms of Batman hot takes, any strong opinions about the IP or the films?
Only weak opinions?
Only weak opinions.
Yeah, alright.
Fuck.
I'm just watching awkwardly.
Thank
It
you.
helps.
As you do.
We might.
When did you get your haircut, Dan?
My wife wanted it because we were going to take both kids to the zoo, but we took one. One of them said that she didn't want to walk around at all. Fine. But the wife wanted it for the zoo, and then I'm doing stand-up in Quincy. So, best to have, I get the lesbian pixie sideburns. I don't grow anything right here. So I get the lesbian pixie things, and then they get a little haywire. In one of those, we were filming here, and in one of those, it goes from one scene, and I'm like this, and then the next scene, it's like that.
We just left it in.
Yeah, it's
Was that like post getting punched?
Yeah, when I got punched, I had decent hair.
Okay, and then whenever you came inside,
Justin's Towns Earl.
Yeah, the Justin Towns Earl, where I'm trying to get a date right there.
He's got a 5 o'clock shadow and all
Yeah, I'm not shaved, and the hair is like, and it don't look great.
it's like that. It's like that punch put some manhood into you.
I gotta get a man hair.
You got a man hair.
I have man hair now.
Good.
Speaking of man hair, are you familiar with Sam Raimi and Bruce Campbell?
No.
Oh Christ!
This guy's the idiot
You
now.
guys are going to be very
Evil
familiar.
Dead, Spider-Man. You know Bruce Campbell.
I'm a.
Hey,
I don't know Bruce Campbell. I don't know who that is either.
You don't know who that is? You've
might
never
if I see a
seen
face.
one of the Evil Deads.
you never saw a video game as a kid that had him with a shotgun and a chainsaw, and you didn't want to play that shit?
Right, it's the guy with the chainsaw
Wait,
arm.
is he? Billy and Mandy, Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy.
Yeah.
House Delgado is just Ash from Evil Dead, but he looks like Kurt Russell from Escape from New York. But that chainsaw hand, that's Ash from Evil Dead.
Okay.
Assholes.
They don't get that reference either, the fucking
We're
chodes.
going to just sit down and watch all of them.
Yeah, we gotta go over
You know-
there, watch all
Yeah.
Evil Deads, 'cause you guys
Sit on the
goddamn-
couch of shame and watch. Are you gonna
It's
say
all
the
right,
names
we got
the whole
each
time? Should I be
VHS,
taking
we're
notes or like? Whoa.
Just as long as you get it, man. Just as long as you get it.
But that's
Gotta get it.
You gotta
God.
get it.
Gotta understand.
damn it. That's like classic fucking cinema that you are missing.
Hold on, I might blow all of your minds. Bubba Hotep.
Bubba Hotep's the shit.
Oh, like elite fucking Bruce Campbell.
You want to hear the plot of Bubba Hotep?
I know what that one is.
Absolutely.
There's a man in an Alabama old folks home with a cancerous growth on his pecker who claims that he is not an Elvis impersonator. He is the real Elvis who switched with an impersonator, but the contracts got burnt up in a barbecue. And so now he's stuck in this old folks home trying to like get it up because he's being treated as a sexual non-threat, as he calls it. The nurses don't take it seriously. He talks about their asses and stuff. And it hurts him, so he's trying to get up, walk around, get boners again. And he meets this other old black guy in a wheelchair who claims that he was JFK. And he goes, JFK was a white man. He goes, yeah, they shot me, put a sandbag in my head, and dyed me this color so that they could hide me. And then he finds out that some researchers went to Egypt and found a pharaoh mummy and then accidentally dumped it during a storm off a bridge right behind the old folks' home. And it's been coming out at night and sucking what little life force the old people have left. And no one's noticing. Everyone's expecting them to die. But he's slowly getting more powerful. And Elvis, or his impersonator, it's up to you to interpret, has to defeat the evil mummy pharaoh.
This is worse than Batman with Schwarzenegger's Mr. Freeze. Jesus.
Better!
What the fuck?
I mean, that's a pretty sick movie. I don't know.
I don't know why everyone's a bully.
Yeah.
All these people.
you know.
Michael Tyler said 9/11. He's not showing any pictures.
I mean, Batman and Robin versus Mr. Freeze.
He just goes.
I'm a few.
I know he gets trauma.
I'm a few cocktails deep now. So
I'm having a trauma response when you ask me. Hi, Jeremy. We're trying to figure out.
yeah, we're doing a 2-hour episode tonight.
How many beers deep are you?
I am 3 cocktails deep.
I didn't know it was beer. This explains everything.
No, this is rum.
Tiki
rum,
my
These assholes were drunk.
Yeah.
Huh?
Oh, this is 12.5%. So I've had 3 of these.
Shit.
Yeah, you're pretty.
And that's why I'm extra loud tonight.
That's good. You should do that. Go for it every time, man. It's only Wednesday.
Yeah.
Am I the only person up here who's not drunk?
No, I'm a little high, and I get. Does anybody, once we're in a little bit of a flow or things get loud, do you feel like you've been lawn mowing and your face gets hot and your arms get tingly?
Yeah, my face is hot and my arms are tingly.
Yeah, your face gets hot and your arms get tingly.
That was a weird way to describe it.
I was just agreeing with you.
I get
Yes.
tingly for a bit, and I'm like, what the heck's going on? I'm trying to figure out if it means I'm doing a good job. Do you think the podcast is really good when my arms tingle?
Yeah.
Probably.
No, that's it.
I got 2 guys that look the same. One goes, yeah, and the other goes, oh.
And I said probably.
Probably.
Probably,
I
okay.
got this one.
It's a toss-up. Roll of the dice, really.
Well, it's all just a roll of the dice.
We need a tiebreaker. What do you think?
We need to. Let's flip a
What's your
coin.
favorite Batman movie?
Let's flip
Scott's
a
favorite
1922 Morgan dollar.
89, right? Yeah. I mean, you know, it's just like anybody who watched that in theaters in 1989
Had a
is
dope
just
fucking
like,
time, yeah.
is just like, whoa, 1989 is the best.
Whoa,
You know?
whoa,
Like,
this isn't not a
Adam West and
cartoon
Cesar
at all.
Romero.
The only thing wrong with the 1989 Batman
He's like-
is that it wasn't shot and
I
directed
also like
now.
Roddy McDowell.
Roddy McDowell. What did he play?
He played AK in the original series. He plays the voice of Mad Hatter in the animated series.
Nice. He did play the voice of Mad Hatter. I love Roddy McDowell. I love Eli Wallach as Mr. Freeze. That was the original Mr. Freeze. Was Eli Wallach from The Good, the Bad, the Ugly.
Did you hear my hot take?
What was your hot take?
The only thing wrong with the 1989 Batman movie is that it wasn't shot and directed now with our technology.
That didn't matter.
That's
no. That's
Yes!
The cartoon shadow of Batman.
That's a
was
shit
written
take.
perfectly.
That is a shit take.
It was
animated
written
Looney Tunes
perfectly. It
shadow
was
is
directed
taking
perfectly.
it?
It was casted perfectly.
What'd you say?
Wasn't shot on our
I'll
cameras.
take.
That's
Yeah,
the
I
only
love
thing wrong
the
with
film.
it.
It was shot on 35mm film. That's like the best. What are you talking about?
I don't even know.
Graphics, Devin.
89
I wanted
just made it the perfect time.
I want it to look better.
No, the Looney
That's
Tunes
the only
shadow
thing-
at the beginning. made
That's
it
the
look
only reason why The Dark Knight's better than it.
You and me next week.
Yep. We're gonna have.
I would say the big problem is that was Tim Burton's first big project.
Devin.
Okay, how do we feel about Tim Burton now?
Sucks.
Yeah, he doesn't make great films nowadays.
Mid as fuck.
He made one recently though, didn't he? Oh, well, he made Wednesday, which I liked. I liked it.
Yeah.
It's not my favorite though.
Yeah. Not his best work.
I really like Ed Wood. That's one of my favorites.
Ed Wood is fucking amazing.
And that was one of his early films too.
Batmans are really kind of like.
Yeah.
Coraline was alright.
Tim Burton right there.
Coraline was alright.
Hard to remember.
Coraline was not directed by Tim Burton.
It wasn't?
No, he produced it. The claymation guy directed
it.
Notice that he runs because the authority still rests not in my hat, but in my heart.
Don't worry, I got one more battery.
Wrong.
Wait, I got one more battery.
All right, I think we're gonna call it. We're just yelling at each other.
Release the staff. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, call it.
Authority right here.
I will come up with 6 topics for next week, and I will put them in the chat.
Send it to us.
Because this time the Batman debate was supposed to be.
Welcome to Keeps It Records.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still don't have that in my case. We still don't have.
Okay.
Where's Gonzo at?
Gonzoing.
Yeah, he's probably at his job.
Doing Gonzo stuff.
Gonzo shit. He
Works at Reynolds like every other week.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then
They got that swing shift, so
well, that's not.
yeah, that super sucks.
I went to a friend's place right after last week's episode, and it was across. It was like right down the road from where Gonzo was. So I started yelling at him. I was like, "Get out of that yard!"
Get out of there. Well, we can start whenever you're ready. You gonna put the Jester stuff on, or what are you gonna do here? Get in character. I'm not judging. I don't care. Whatever you want to do.
here and there, I find little moments where it's necessary.
Yeah.
Other times,
Sometimes you gotta, you gotta do it.